Hi friends, and welcome to Wives versus World. Today is just gonna be me, Jackie, talking a bit about my experience with turning 30, which I did just last month. I'm gonna be drawing a bit, so this is just gonna be an intro, then we're gonna cut to that. So enjoy this 30-year-old face a little while. So today I want to talk a bit about that. And I want to draw a little bit because one of the things that growing older has allowed me to do has been to delve more deeply into my interests and into actually doing some art. But now we're going to cut to me drawing and talking. So, all right, I'm just gonna start out with saying thank you for watching. It's really nice of you. I don't really usually do this kind of thing and I'm not very good at just freestyling, but here goes. All right, so what are we doing today? We're drawing a cute little goat maid. We are having fun. I'm using Procreate on my iPad. What is it? iPad Pro 2018, I think it is. I got into drawing. Let me just preface with this. I got into drawing in 2016, 17, I guess. Working as student assistant job at my university. I had a lot of free time on my hands sometimes when at the office, and I just started doodling. I doodled extensively as a kid. I really thought of myself as quite the artist. And it just felt like now with the extra time on my hands, now that I was growing older, now that university was about to end for me and I was about to look for a job, I might as well look at, well, how is life going to be for me now? And I figured I might as well pick up some of these old childish interests like drawing or playing the guitar or, I don't know, caring about what I wear, stuff like that, again. And so I did. And I think that's a really good example of how turning older has not been to my detriment, but to my advantage. So one of the reasons I really wanted to talk about this whole turning 30 thing was that all my life I've heard that, oh, that was a really sharp corner to turn. That was a really, like, life basically ends at 30. I remember in high school we would talk about someone had met our math teacher out in town. And I was like, but dude, isn't he like 30? He can't be out here drinking. What's he doing? And we were like 16 or something. The world belonged to us, but not to the 30-year-olds, apparently. But now I'm here. I'm 30 myself, and what are my thoughts? First and foremost, I don't feel all that different. I really don't. If anything, I feel much more like myself, and I feel much more confident. I know that maybe a lot of people are worrying about about growing old because society as a whole tells us that that's a bad thing, that something that is just completely natural and out of our grasp and will happen to everyone eventually is not desirable and not something you should be comfortable in. And I think that's complete BS because, like, the older I've grown, and I find this to be true for me, so I can't speak for anyone else, but the older I've grown, the more I have actually gotten time to be myself, to look into what I wanted to do as a human being, to figure out what was important to me. And I feel like these past couple of years, these past like 5 years or whatever, where I've been, just low-key drawing while trying to find out, what am I going to do with a career, has just been a blessing because I've always been able to dig into this. And I remember there was a time where I thought I had to choose. I thought I had to turn into a proper adult and not have any of my childish interests anymore. So I think this just goes to show that that's not necessarily how it is. So was it a shock for me to turn 30? I don't think so. I think maybe there was a time in my life, well, I know there was a time in my life where I maybe did not expect to turn 30, that maybe my life was essentially gonna, peter out and in my early 20s or something like that. But now we're here, and it just feels like life is about to begin. Like, So I'm a 30-year-old woman. I'm a 30-year-old white woman. I have a lot of stuff going for me. I have a career, I have a wife, I have a cute little cat. I have all kinds of opportunities in this world. That being said, I was kind of late to the whole job thing because after finishing my master's, I was looking for a job forever, and I was like, oh shit, I am turning 20s, how much was that, 27 or something, and I am not settled. I do not have a career path. I am fucked. I am not in a good place. So that was really, really stressful, and it's only just now within the past year that I've actually gotten to some place, like job-wise, where I feel like, okay, I could actually make this work. This could be something that I can see myself doing for the next 5, 10, maybe more years. And like, that came at 30, you know? And maybe it would have come later. I think one of the things that I have been reflecting a lot about is the fact that you are asked to be so sure of yourself. You are asked to know what you want, to have a plan, a big plan, like for the rest of your life. By the time you are 14, 15, 16 years old. At least that was what it was like here in Denmark. We were making plans for studies, for work, for everything. Looking back at that now, it feels so silly. If there's one thing I can impart on younger viewers, it is that most likely you are not in a hurry. You do not have to be so like stressful and anxious about doing everything that you can in the shortest amount of time. You do not have to have life figured out by 20 or 25 or heck, even by 30. I know it's stressful if you don't, especially because we live in a world that tells you that you have to, but you really don't. Like, I'm definitely part of a generation that has been told that we can do anything we want. And for many of us, that turns out not to be true. And we find out that life is disappointing and that we have been sold an idea of a world that was the world of yesterday. I think just looking at the news can be very, very bleak. And that's not to say that that wasn't always the case and that news was not fear-mongering and stuff like that. But it feels like everything is doom and gloom and that you might as well lay down and die. So, like, as a millennial, as a person born in 1991, and as like an adult in every way I think I can think of, like, I am reminded how important it is that you have something in your life that you actually enjoy. Whether that be one of your hobbies, like drawing is for me, whether that be like gardening or building stuff or just like watching cartoons or anime or whatever it might be, like rock climbing. I think it's so important that we redefine what adulthood means, because if we measure adulthood by the standards of our parents, I mean, I don't think any of my friends are living up to that. Like, sure, they might have a girlfriend or a boyfriend or a special someone, but at the end of the day, we don't have stable careers, we don't have mortgages, we don't have any of this stuff, and it just seems so unattainable. Like, the world that our parents and our grandparents inhabited, it just doesn't exist any longer. And so I think that measuring ourselves by those metrics, by what defines adulthood, is that like a car and a white picket fence and a dog and 2 children and stuff like that. If adulthood is not something that we can measure by the things you own or the capabilities you have, then what is it? And to me, it is having a greater agency in my own life. It is being able to define what is meaningful to me and then go out and do it. the life that I have with Anya right now is very, very much that to me, because like I am able to pursue a career that I think is meaningful to me. It is not where I thought I would be. It is not something that I, in my wildest dreams, would consider something that I would want to do when I was younger. But here I am, and I find it meaningful, I find it challenging, and I find it really nice. But at the same time, I'm drawing, as you can see, and I'm not commenting on that drawing at all. Look, oh, the colors go whoosh, 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 whoosh. Like, I am able to do pretty much whatever I want to in my spare time. And I've also, like, I think there's also a part of it that's about finding out what the good life is to you. Because if the good life is a mortgage and a bigger house and a bigger car and a bigger fridge and a bigger TV and stuff, I think at this point in time, a few of us are gonna feel very satisfied at the end of the day. I think we need more. I think we need to find something else to latch our idea of self onto. And I think at the end of the day, we have to figure that out for ourselves. I think the models of the past, the nuclear family, and that's the attainable thing, I think that's an ideal situation for fewer and fewer people. And I think at the end of the day, many people are going to feel much happier if they get to define their future themselves. By the metrics, by the standards of past generations, I should be so much further ahead. I should have 2 kids. I should have a house in the suburbs. I should have a big car. I should have, grand career goals. That is just not where I am at. It's not where I want to be. And I think realizing that has really set me free also from the pressure that I think a lot of people feel around turning 30. We have equated turning 30 with also having to give up on your dreams and your interests and your hobbies. I just think that when people are disparaging at the prospect of turning older, I think many of these people are looking at examples of the past where that definitely meant that this is where your dreams end, Buster. I want to draw silly goat maids sometimes. I want to draw comics, I want to draw whatever. And I think for a lot of us millennials, a lot of us who were promised the world on a platter, I think we find ourselves in a world where we have to define what is good for us. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you liked my rambling and my drawing. I liked drawing it. I felt it was very Beatrix Potter, very tiny, cute animal, Ghibli, something, whatever. I had a lot of fun. If you liked it, please leave a comment, please leave a like, share it with your friends. You can follow me, you can follow my lovely wife, our joint account, whatever, my drawing account on Instagram. If you are so inclined, you can find that in the doobly-doo thingy below. And I guess that was just something that I had to say. I hope you have a good I hope you have a good day. I hope you have a good week, and I hope to see you next time we make another video. Until then, take care of yourself. Bye.